It is Monday, 25th of October. Welcome everyone to another episode of Crypto Corner, your crypto radar for all of the latest news, reviews, market analysis, and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrency markets. I'm your host OJ. Let's get started today's episode of this podcast. Well, we're actually starting on a very good day today. It is Monday and of course the beginning of a week, and Bitcoin is again starting to pump. In a very typical fashion, we actually dropped over the weekend. We had a very weak Sunday that turned into a bullish Monday this week as Bitcoin climbs above 62,000 again. We are in the run-up to 100k after we printed a golden cross on the 50 and the 200 daily moving averages on the 14th of August. This indicated that we're gearing up for a major rally, and this happened shortly after. And last week we had our new all-time high for the first time since May. We are now working within a raising channel that indicates new highs, and of course there are pullbacks on the way. This weekend saw a 10% dip from the new all-time high of 67,000, and the price action found the support around 60k, which we touched yesterday. As bearish calls began to surface, however, some analysts argued that even 50,000 price tag is still on the map, and that would still constitute solid price action, and I can't agree more. Corrections of up to 30 or even 40% are not uncommon for Bitcoin. They only establish support levels more firmly, which helps Bitcoin's race to the 100,000 in the long run. The weekly close failed to challenge a large buy wall that lies just under 60,000, providing further relief. Now that we found the local support zone, we are ready to challenge the resistance once more time, and if we succeed to break above it, we are on our way to 73,000, where I see our next stop and another pullback to follow inevitably. My next targets are $80,000, $87,000 and $93,000 respectively. The sentiment is also turning bullish if we look at the fear and greed index. This is on crypto-corner.com. You know, I embedded this so you can actually check it on a daily basis. We have entered again the green zone. We are now in greed, and it's 72%. We did drop to the orange very briefly a couple of weeks ago, but since then we have actually been in the greed zone, and very soon I expect that we are going to enter extreme greed. We're going to go to 78, maybe even 80%. And we'll see how we respond to that. If you want to find this indicator, it is on my website, crypto-corner.com. You will find it here on the top of the menu on the right hand side. And here you can actually see my latest posts. This is a post that I was talking in my previous video. I was talking about the VIP party that is happening once Bitcoin hits 250,000. By the way, thank you for all of you who are joining me to this party. A few of you already bought your tickets. As you know, the link to the tickets is in the description below, and I actually have a discount code. I basically met with the organizers last week when I was in London, and I managed to strike a deal. So 25% discount for any of you who actually want to join us and come to this party. This will be quite a luxury event. As I said, all of the drinks, all of the food, everything is inclusive in the price. Of course, it is a high ticket price, but it is for high rollers. You know, if you've been in crypto for a while, you've made some money so you can afford it, I urge you to come with us, because this is going to be a major event. There's going to be a lot of live entertainment, music, and also of course key speakers. All of the who's who in crypto are going to be there. We're going to have some major networking happening. Of course, this is really important for this type of events, and the best part is nobody is going to be selling you anything. There will be no pitches or anything like that. The key speakers will actually be insiders in crypto that will be sharing inside information with us. There's also tombolas and prizes to win. There will be luxury watches, Rolexes, and luxury cars to be won, a few of them actually, Lambos and everything, and it's going to be in a 5-star hotel venue in New York. So definitely this is the event of next year. I personally think it will be next year. They're going to announce the date once Bitcoin hits 250k, and within 48 hours they will announce the date of the party. The date will be within the next 3 months, so we actually have time to prepare, you know, traveling and everything. But this is going to be a party not to be missed. So if you haven't secured your tickets yet, Don't wait for it. The tickets also come with a free NFT that you can later on resell on secondary markets, or you can just keep it as a novelty because these are specifically designed NFT artworks. They're not going to be offered to the public. They're only offered to people who are attending the party. Anyways, I'm going and a few of you are already going, and I'm going with quite a big group as well. So we are definitely going to have quite a party, and if you want to know more about it, just go to my blog post and read about it, and also I will include the link in the description below. Now, a couple of more charts before I continue with the news. This is here coming from Plan B, and as you know, Plan B is actually the developer of the stock to flow index for Bitcoin. So this is one of the charts that he shared just now. When Bitcoin, he says, is in an all-time high mode, the colors turn red. It usually stays in that mode for a couple of months, and we've just seen the first red dot here on his chart, so we can expect a couple of more months. Basically, what I was saying, that in the run up to the end of this year, we're going to see a major rally in Bitcoin. As usually, after Christmas, Bitcoin drops, and January is not a very good month for Bitcoin, but November and December are good months for Bitcoin, so we are actually expecting Bitcoin to pump quite heavily throughout the next couple of months. This is another chart, this time coming from Michael van der Pop. This is another analyst that I'm following, and he is quite a respected analyst in this space. He's sharing this chart here saying that so far so good, Bitcoin is on the way to $90,000, and these are his targets here and support levels as well. He is actually expecting quite a dip here, as you can see. This will make perfect sense. This is basically a correction that he is seeing after we actually go over 70,000. He is expecting a correction of more than 30%. I'm expecting something similar. I don't actually expect more than 20%, but nevertheless, you can never know exactly what's going to happen. This is the most likely scenario. I must agree with him here. This episode of Crypto Corner is sponsored by PrimeXBT, an award-winning multi-currency trading platform which offers access to hundreds of assets, including cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, EOS, Cardano, and many more, hundreds of forex pairs, commodities, metals, oil, gas, and others, and indices such as S&P 500, Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and many more. To provide the highest level of liquidity and instant order execution, PrimeXBT aggregates feed from 12 industry-leading exchanges and feed providers. They have 4 base currencies: Bitcoin, Ethereum, USD Tether, and USD Coin, plus their native COV token. Most importantly, PrimeXBT is the exclusive home to co-vesting, a peer-to-peer copy trading module that features a 5-star rating system and global leaderboard that supplies followers with the success and risk metrics that they need so they can make informed decisions about which strategies to follow. This is an automated trading feature that allows novice traders to leverage the skills of more experienced traders and collect profits in a very hands-free and kind of a done-for-you type of a system. It's all done on autopilot. Once you start copying a trader, all of the trades that they execute are being also executed in your account. You don't have to do manually anything, and you can always stop the copy trading at any point that you want. I have been testing this service already, and I shared with you my experience in this video, and also I did a very thorough video on PrimeXBT where I explained all of the different features of the exchange. You will find these links in the description below. What I really like about this exchange is the fact that you don't have to share your ID or any other sensitive data with them. KYC is optional, it is not obligatory, and they have some of the lowest fees on the market, which I also really like. I also have a welcome bonus code that is in the description, so give it a try. Make sure that you use the links in the description below. Alright, now let's move on to the news, and the biggest hot topic of the day is this headline here, that the US Treasury Secretary wants to tax unrealized crypto gains. Well, I actually found the tweet here that has a snippet of this statement, so I'm going to play you this video, and after that we're going to discuss. Basically, this is unprecedented. They want to tax unrealized gains, meaning that if you have investments in cryptocurrencies or stocks and other assets, and they have gained in value, even if you haven't sold and you have not realized these gains, they still want to put a tax on it. So this is quite a dangerous one. Let's listen to it.
I think what's under consideration is a proposal that would impose a tax on unrealized capital gains on liquid assets held by extremely wealthy individuals, billionaires. I wouldn't call that a wealth tax, but it would help get at capital gains, which are an extraordinarily large part of the incomes of the wealthiest individuals. And right now, escape taxation until they're realized, and often they're unrealized and at death, benefit from so-called step-up of basis. So it's not a wealth tax, but a tax on unrealized capital gains of exceptionally wealthy individuals.
Yeah, so it's not really a wealth tax, but it is only for the super wealthy, for the billionaires. This is how they mask this. Basically, I have no doubt that if they implement that, later on they will lower the threshold. Perhaps in the beginning it will be for the super wealthy, for the billionaires, but very soon they're going to realize, well, there is a lot of retail investors that have investment portfolios, they have assets, stocks and cryptocurrencies, of course, and everything. So why not just roll this out to everyone? This is usually how things happen. They start as being very exclusive to a certain group or, certain target group and everything. And later on, as it becomes successful and it brings the money in, they're starting to kind of widen that group to be more inclusive. So this is a very dangerous precedent. Typically, you don't get taxed on unrealized gains, and there is a good reason for it. The fact is that when you are keeping your money in an investment portfolio, a lot of these assets actually are volatile and they go up in price, but they also go down in price, and nobody is ever reimbursing you for unrealized losses. Even for realized losses, most of the times you can't get reimbursed. It's pretty much your fault. So having to pay a tax on unrealized gains is very counterintuitive. Of course, the billionaires and the super wealthy have their ways to use trust funds and all other ways to actually avoid these taxes. So if they roll this out, again, it's going to hit the middle class. It's going to hit the medium income earner. It's not going to be really that detrimental to the super wealthy. And even though they're trying to say it's for the super wealthy right now, this is just a way to get this law into action and actually hit, first of all, the super wealthy, and later on to hit everyone else. I have no doubt that this is the purpose of this. However, judging by the comments, everyone seems to be quite negative about it, and I don't really see how the Congress will pass this, because we have some super wealthy individuals in Congress as well. So I'm not really sure whether this would really work, but of course they're trying. In other news, the social discussion forum site Reddit is looking to hire people for what could become a new platform for non-fungible tokens and digital goods, according to a post from a senior backend engineer from this week. He says, "We are looking for strong engineers and leaders to help us seed the team, set its strategy and build for the future. If you ask me, the NFT movement has only just begun, so come and join our team to get started." So NFTs coming to Reddit, well, this could be quite a big deal. Now, if you noticed, Shiba Inu actually pumped during the weekend. It did something like 50-60% gains over the last few days, but then it actually dumped heavily, and this could be the reason for it. I found this tweet here. So basically what it is, the official account of Shiba Inu asked Elon Musk publicly, which I feel was a mistake, "Hey Elon Musk, how much Shiba are you holding?" And Elon Musk just tweeted, "None." That's it. That was the tweet. Well, this is what followed. This is what happened. As you can see on the screen, Shiba Inu dumped heavily, and it did something like 30% drop in a single day. So again, this is really what happens when you go on Twitter and you start exchanging this kind of public tweets, especially asking celebrities about something that you didn't pay them to promote. So this should be a lesson to the Shiba Inu team. They did very well with Vitalik. That brought them a lot of controversy and publicity as well. So that was a a good move, and it's paid out for them. I mean, they sent half of all of the supply of this coin, they sent to Vitalik Buterin, and because he didn't really know what to do with it, he burned all of it. So that really helped this project and their coin. But this move here on Twitter was actually a bad move, and I feel that this should be an example for many of the other projects that are thinking of perhaps approaching celebrities and everything. If you don't pay them, they're not going to show your coin, so just don't do it, guys. Don't do it. Anyways, this is yet another headline from the hot topics today. This is another thing that we have been discussing for a while now. The tipping option for Twitter is actually already in testing, according to Jane Manchun Wong, a Hong Kong-based technology researcher famous for discovering hidden treasures in popular apps. According to her, Twitter is actually appearing to be testing Bitcoin tipping already on Android devices. So she shared this screenshot that is showing the beta version of this feature. Twitter started allowing its users to tip creators after launching its tip jar service in May. Initially, it was only possible to send money with the help of centralized payment providers such as Venmo, PayPal, and of course Square Cash's Cash App, which is the other big company run by Twitter's CEO Jack Dorsey. Now, Lightning Network-powered Bitcoin payments were then added to Twitter beta in late August, as I reported here on Crypto Corner, and Twitter officially announced Bitcoin support for iOS devices on September 23rd, gradually rolling out the new service for all of the devices. Well, the company said that Bitcoin tipping feature would come to Android users very soon without specifying the exact timeline, but the tech behind the new service is provided by crypto payments processor Strike. Now, given that smartphones running the Android operating system are actually having a market share of 72%, the addition of Bitcoin tips is likely to boost the cryptocurrency's wider adoption, which is quite a big deal for Bitcoin. Now, another big deal for Bitcoin is that more ETFs are coming into the surface. The VanEck ETF that was originally proposed in 2018 and in 2019, and if you remember, it was rejected by the SEC twice already. I think even 3 times it was rejected, if I remember correctly. Now it's most likely already approved, and it's supposed to start trading today on Monday. So we'll see how this goes. There's still some time because they're based in America, and I'm recording this early on, so they're not yet open. The American market is not yet open, but hopefully by the time this video is out, the American market would have opened and we would be seeing the VanEck ETF already trading. This is also a futures ETF. We are yet to see the first spot Bitcoin ETF, which most likely will be by Grayscale. Grayscale already got a lot of questions by their users and investors, and even on Twitter they got a lot of pressure to file an application for a Bitcoin ETF. Shortly after that, they confirmed that they have filed an application. So let's see. It typically takes around 3 months for an application to be reviewed. So we could actually see by the end of this year the first spot Bitcoin ETF starting to operate. And if this happens, now this will be even bigger news. Well, this is everything for today's episode of Crypto Corner, everyone. Thanks for staying until the end. I hope this brings you value, and if it did, please share it with someone else who will benefit from the information that I presented to you here. Also, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below, and please ignore all the spam comments. There are loads of these. I know as my channel grows and gains more popularity, I get more spam. I would never share my phone publicly or invite any of you to WhatsApp me, so these are spammers. Don't reply to them. Also, make sure that you check out the links in the description below, where I list all of my top crypto services, exchanges, wallets, my top charting tools for market analysis, and my 2 ebooks, Learn Crypto, the ultimate beginner's guide to investing in cryptocurrencies, where I share with you everything that I have learned in my 6 years in this industry and all of my mistakes. And also Crypto Jargon A to Z. This is my complete crypto dictionary with almost 1,000 terms and acronyms and trading slang that you should know. It is an Amazon bestseller, and it is now in its 3rd edition and at a super low price as well. If you want to be on my mailing list and receive my bi-weekly crypto newsletter, the link is also in the description below. Well, trade carefully and stay profitable.